Hey, deep divers, welcome back. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into the world of Elon Musk and his political activity, specifically his America PAC.
You with me?
I'm with you.
Okay, good. So Elon has pledged to drop a cool $1 million a day on voters in battleground states.
Every day.
$1 million.
Every single day.
Every single day.
Yeah.
You following this?
I'm trying to keep up. It's certainly grabbing headlines.
It is.
But the real question is whether this grand gesture of his, $1 million a day is maybe bumping up against some campaign finance laws.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Yeah.
$1 million a day to voters who sign a petition for his PAC.
Right.
Seems like a pretty big deal, right?
It does. What's the problem?
Well, you see campaign finance laws, they're in place to ensure fairness in elections, to prevent any single person or entity from having like a really outsized influence.
Yeah. So they actually set limits on how much money can be contributed to campaigns, and they require transparency about where that money's coming from. So Musk's move, while it's certainly dramatic, needs to be carefully examined to make sure that it actually complies with these regulations.
So what part of the law could be a problem here?
Well, there are limits on what are called independent expenditures, and that's basically money spent to support or oppose a candidate, but not directly coordinated with their campaign.
Okay.
Musk's daily $1 million pledge could potentially be considered an excessive independent expenditure, particularly if it's not being properly disclosed and tracked.
Got it. And what's even more interesting to me is that the Department of Justice and Attorney General Merrick Garland have been strangely silent on this whole thing.
Where is Merrick in all of this?
That is the $1 million question.
Shouldn't he be all over this?
Yeah, it's possible he's just taking a cautious approach, gathering evidence before making a move.
Okay.
The DOJ might be building a really solid case before taking any action. We just don't know.
Makes sense. But some people aren't buying it. One of our sources, Danielle Moody, is pretty concerned. She says Musk's actions show he doesn't really care about democracy.
It's important to acknowledge those concerns, but we also need to consider other perspectives and potential motivations.
Yeah. True.
It's crucial to evaluate all sides of the issue before we start jumping to conclusions.
Right. It's not about taking sides. It's about understanding what's going on.
Exactly.
Another source, Brian Merchant, makes an interesting point. He argues that Musk's tech projects like SpaceX and his political ambitions are becoming increasingly intertwined.
Ah, yeah. That connection does raise some important questions. If you think about it, SpaceX has government contracts. Tesla has lobbying efforts. These intertwining interests could raise concerns about undue influence.
Interesting.
Particularly in areas like free speech, data privacy, even national security.
Wow. So we've got this huge daily cash flow going to voters' potential campaign finance issues and the DOJ keeping mum. What does it all mean?
What are the potential consequences here?
This situation has the potential to impact the upcoming election in a significant way.
Yeah.
It raises some bigger questions about campaign finance reform and whether our current laws are even equipped to handle the influence of billionaires in politics.
So deep divers, what do you think? Is Musk's America PAC a game changer? Is the DOJ asleep at the wheel? Hit us up in the comments.
And before you go, one last thought. If you were Merrick Garland, what would your next move be?
Drop your legal strategy in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next deep dive.